Today we're making this beautiful peaches and cream tart. Minimal ingredients, so much flavor and so much freshness. So easy to make. I think Lulu's ready for some peach tart. Are you ready? All right, I'll go get you a piece. Sheesh. All right, I'll hurry. So to start, we're going to start with about 3 cups of sliced peaches. You can use canned, jarred, fresh. If you use fresh, make sure they're super ripe. A little trick I did was I put them in the freezer for about a half hour because these were really ripe, before I peeled them, cut them. So this helped them to stay a little bit more consistent and not turning into mush in my hands. All right, so we added 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 2/3 of a cup of packed brown sugar. We're gonna add the juice of half a lemon, or just about 2 teaspoons. And then we're gonna add about a 1/4 cup of fresh basil. I wouldn't recommend using dried basil for this recipe. I would definitely go with the fresh. This is really gonna it's gonna bring out the mintiness of the basil, but it's really gonna bring out the flavor of the peaches and just really give it an unbelievable freshness. All right, so now we're gonna mix this all together. Once you got it nice and mixed, you should have a nice little syrup action going on. All right, then in a separate bowl, you're gonna mix together half a brick or 4 ounces of room temperature cream cheese, along with 1 teaspoon of vanilla, about half a teaspoon of lemon zest, along with half a cup of powdered sugar. All right, so now we're gonna mix that all together. Just like that. Now we're getting ready for the pie crust. So once you got your pie crust ready, you can make it, but a store-bought one is fine as well. Make sure you spray the bottom of your pie dish thoroughly with a non-stick cooking spray. It's one of my tricks that I like to do because then the pie slices come right out. Makes it nice. All right, so now with the cream cheese mixture, we're gonna pour this right onto the bottom and spread it out to cover the entire bottom. Make it nice. It's gonna be so creamy. It tastes like cheesecake. Ugh, this mixture is so good. All right. So we're gonna finish spreading this out. Just like that. Now we're ready to start adding the peaches. Now when you're adding the peaches, try not to get the liquid. Like you wanna try to get it as dry as possible. I know you're gonna be tempted because once you try it, it's ridiculous how good it is. But if you put all this liquid in there, it's just gonna make your tart a big wet mess. So try to refrain from putting that liquid in there. Like, some gets in, that's fine, but you don't want all of it. Because you'll see there's a big pool on the bottom of this. All right, so I'm gonna try to condense it all in there. All right, so we're gonna get the rest of the peaches in there. Just like that. And then you're gonna fold over the pie crust. We're gonna do this in the style of a galette. The crust breaks, it's okay. All right, so we're gonna fold this over like that. All right, doesn't that look pretty? All right, and then lastly, we're gonna take this beautiful juice and we're gonna brush the edges with it. You could brush the edges with an egg wash, it'll make it nice and shiny, but it sure be a shame to waste all this juice, you know what I mean? So get this all on there. Doesn't have to be a crazy thick coat, just a little brush, just to get a little bit more flavor on there. All right. All right, so now the galette's ready. And now into a preheated 350-degree oven. It's gonna go for probably about 40-ish minutes, just till the crust is pretty much done. The peaches will cook fast, all right? So into the oven it's gonna go. Okay, so the tart's in the oven, so you know what that means. That's right, it's cocktail time, woo! Okay, so for our peach amaretto sour, you're gonna start with 2 ounces of amaretto, an ounce of peach schnapps, about 2 ounces of sour mix. We're gonna throw in a couple fresh basil leaves. Then we're gonna give that a shaky, and then we pour. Look how good that looks. looks so yummy. Look at that. I haven't bartended in about 20 plus years, but I still got it. Look, there's even pieces of basil in it. Fun. And now we taste. Oh, wow. You really get the basil in it. And it adds such a nice freshness because you get the amaretto, you get the peach, you get the sour mix, but that basil just gives it a beautiful finish. Oh, that's making me excited for the tart. Make this drink, let us know. All right, so I just pulled this out of the oven. It's all nice and bubbly, beautiful. The crust is done. All right, so we're gonna let this cool for a couple hours. It took about 55 minutes to cook, so a little longer than I thought it was going to. But yeah, now we're gonna let this cool for a couple hours before we try it. Oh, it looks so good though. Can't wait. So we cut our first slice. A little messy with the slice, but it looks amazing. Super creamy. Not too sweet. It tastes so fresh. Such a lovely dessert. Thanks for watching.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Poppy's Cucina. Thanks!